Well, very good morning, everybody, for Monday, the 21st of August. High pressure in the English Channel is continuing to just assert its dominance over us, though we do appear to still be on a bit of a battleground between the lower pressure areas, which are moving over Scotland, with these trough lows coming over the top of us and the country during the day. But it does look like we should be spared the worst of that, with us opening the door to a southwesterly. This trough, that trough there, I think is going to weaken out and disappear during the day. As we go through this week, you can see fronts are never too far away, but high pressure is on the whole dominating, leading to some more settled conditions than of late. Southwesterly winds are dominating, and with that, you're looking at flying heights of around 15 to 20 knots from the southwest. Satellite picture over the UK. Bright start for central and eastern areas. Down where we are at the moment, a bit like yesterday, some low cloud, about 1,000 to 1,500 feet, which will burn back as the temperatures go up and start to rise a bit into cumulus. Public forecast today showing it starting off as cumulus, but drying out as the day goes on, with a top temperature today of 22 degrees, with that southwesterly wind increasing in the afternoon. Good visibility, generally improving to very good later. No significant weather. GFS is showing that, 22 to 23 degrees in our region, maybe 25 to 26 degrees out in East Anglia. It's a good week for the junior nationals to be based at Granston Lodge, given this wind direction. And dew points sat at around 11 or 12, potentially drying out further as the afternoon goes on. Currently at Lasham, with a temperature of 15 and a dew point of 13. The picture outside is that, so you can see mixed low cloud. And this was David's forecast. It is slightly outdated now, as I know he has issued some more, I'd say, realistic estimates of what might happen around Lasham. And that's generally based off the sounding which we've had this morning, which you can see provides cumulus for probably the morning. This afternoon it's going to go blue, and maybe not particularly easy blue in our region. Anybody that flew yesterday will know that around Lasham, it was a bit oversold, really. The conditions were not as good, and I don't think cloud-based got to the level it was expected to be. But out in East Anglia, it looks good. So once again, with this wind direction, we are probably looking at having to crawl out to the north and northeast to get anything, and making sure we can actually get back. Looking at top meteo, you can see actually it takes a while for this heating to go up. The trigger temperature didn't seem that difficult to break, but I guess as it's going to take to about 19, 20 degrees to get going with this cloud cover, it may take some time. And at 11 o'clock or 11:30, it is actually looking like it's just about soarable, probably in the local area to about 2,500 feet. This afternoon, blue to shallow Q up to 3,000 to 3,500 feet, and then remaining sort of blue in our area and not really rising much. In fact, it might come down a bit, down to about 3,000 feet in the afternoon. And you can see the maritime air, not sea breeze front, maritime air just making its way in and generally just keeping the temperatures down a bit. With better conditions, this is mid-afternoon, into Oxfordshire, with cloud bases looking around 4,500 to 5,000 feet, maybe getting to 5,500 to 6,000 feet out into Cambridgeshire. So yet another good day for the junior nationals. Further west, not so good. So yeah, pretty much north and northeast looking like the good directions today. But yeah, it looks like by, 6 o'clock, it's pretty much unsoarable at Lasham as the temperatures really do start to drop. So yeah, and even at 5 o'clock, it's looking tricky in the immediate local vicinity. But yeah, to our north, it does look reasonable with some cumulus. But yeah, I imagine, as is often, always the case, the M4 will be the dividing line between the good air and the bad air around Lasham. The site forecast is showing moderate thermals, a bit weaker than yesterday, up to a top of 4,000 feet above ground, but that's showing blue. And this is assuming we get to 23 degrees with a dew point of 12. and that wind is going to be there for in that direction for the day. Farnborough are currently reporting few at 1500, broken at 1900. They're talking about a few clouds at 3000 feet from mid-morning. Odium are currently talking about a few at 12 and overcast at 1700, which, about 1500 feet at Lasham, I'd say at the moment. Go further up country in Cambridge. In fact, they haven't published a DAF this morning, but Briars Norton is showing again scattered at 3000 feet for today. And Birmingham, again, is showing very similar. So I think all in all, tricky around Lasham, but if you can get away from Lasham, then it should be a reasonable day. Hopefully less landouts. Airspace wise, a few things to consider. South Cerney is active today. So that has been activated and is active pretty much all day today between 9 and 4:30. So please treat South Cerney as active. That's to the southeast of Cirencester. Also, we have a parachute display over, it says Summertown, Oxfordshire. Sounds a bit generic. But yeah, basically near Oxford's town centre, or city centre, sorry, city of Oxford. 1:30 to 2 o'clock, up to 8,000 feet. So yeah, I think that's quite close to Kidlington's approach track. So have a chat to them if you're going near there. Usual paragliding, NOTAMs and whatnot going on. Paragliding up at Rutland Water, gliding competition at Granston Lodge. Good, excellent. Looking elsewhere, nothing much to report. Operationally today, with that southwesterly wind and less gliders flying, I'm going to set up on 2-3. We do not have enough tugs for a grid today, so please just come to the launch points and we will launch you on 2-3. Reminder that landings are to be in the direction of takeoff. 2-3. None of this swinging around the corner business, which can be a little bit hazardous at times. Winch launching next to the runway. Again, down towards 2-3. Movement-wise, we have a King Air. That is at 3:30. And I think just to finish off, my safety thoughts of the week is going to be focused around soaring safety. And today's point is about your FLARM updates. Do make sure that you have had your annual FLARM update because it can actually prevent the device from working. Yeah, check firmware and that you have it in the correct mode as well, because some modes allow you to operate with just traffic advisories and some just do warnings. So just bear that in mind. Thought of the week this week is going to be on soaring safety. So yeah, check your FLARM firmware and modes are up to date. So 2-3 news. We'll see you out there. Bye for now.